Right. Hey guys, welcome back. We're back. We're back again with another live stream. We're back with the Premier League predictions, game week 1. So we have some big games to predict. I'll have Alex joining me in a few minutes, and Bobby, probably the one that joined yesterday, probably will come on hopefully. But it's just me for now. We'll have more people coming on, but yep, we've got some big games today. This weekend, you got Chelsea, Liverpool, Man United, Wolves, Arsenal. So the Arsenal face who they got again? Arsenal, Forest, Man City face Burnley away to start the season off. That's the first game of the season. And yeah, let's begin with the predictions because what are we waiting for here? So this is game week 1 of the year. This should be hopefully more regularly, so I can do more game week predictions. But I think we're gonna do now. First game we're gonna predict because I'm gonna share my screen because I remember all the games. So we'll get through all the games today. So where is it? Trying to load. There we go. Let me share my screen to you guys. Let me share my screen. Share screen. So this is the first game to start the season off. Burnley versus Manchester City. So look, guys, it's the first game that is playing tomorrow night, which probably there will be a watch along for. So it's the first game of the season. I personally think this game, Guardiola is going to be available according to this game, apparently. And we obviously have Burnley, who just come up from the Championship. And Vincent Kompany is playing some decent football, I'll be honest. He's been playing much more attacking Burnley than a defensive Burnley. So recently, we've seen a much more better Burnley. So, I mean, they're at home as well, which helps. So, Burnley, Man City. It'd be interesting on this one. It's away. I think Man City will do enough. I think Man City have the quality. They already have the quality. Last treble holders, obviously, Man City. Stein, Guardiola. They seem like they're going for Doku as well from Rennes, so that is a decent signing if they can get him in. But yeah, I personally, for this game, I'm going to say 2-0. I think 2-0 Man City. I think Burnley will make it tough, but I think in the first 20 minutes, because they're going to be up for it, but I think Man City will edge it. They'll get that win. They'll have enough, because I know they have the quality. Man City always have the quality to win these type of games. First game of the season, so they'll be quite up for it one day. They will be roughing up. So then the next game, the title. Well, it's Arsenal versus Nottingham Forest. Half-12 kickoff tomorrow, Saturday. It's gonna be Arsenal at home. I expect Arsenal to win this quite comfortably. I think Arsenal have enough in there. As much as I hope Arsenal kind of lose, because I don't like Arsenal at all. I think Arsenal, they're at home. See, Jesus is out injured for this game, but I think they have enough with Trossard there. They can play even Martinelli in centre forward, and they can go Kai Havertz, even though he's awful, he has enough. I think Havertz can even play there as well. So, personally, Arsenal Forest, Arsenal at home. The fans will be rocking. The second, his 5th season, I think, for Mikel Arteta. He needs to let me. How are you doing, man? How are you doing? Write your prediction for this game, Arsenal Forest. Write your prediction in the chat. Let me. Personally, I think Arsenal will win this game comfortably, even though I hope Forest win. So I'm gonna go. Oh, it's tough to be fair. I think it'll be 3-0 Arsenal. Actually, 4-0 Arsenal. I'm gonna dominate. I think Forest. I mean, I just don't see Forest having the quality. They just don't have that quality to beat Arsenal. Yeah, I say 4-0. I think Arsenal dominate. I have a feeling Arsenal just dominate this game. It's just going to be absolute domination. And I expect Arsenal to win quite convincingly. So next game. Sheffield United versus Crystal Palace. Crystal Palace, eh? Obviously, Roy Hodgson, his second full season at Palace this year. He will be hoping to start the season off. Obviously, Elise has been the man in this market that has been the main target for Palace here because he was linked to Man City, Chelsea. He has a release clause of £35 million. So I don't know why people are not going for it. Personally, I think people should be going for this release clause because they should be realistically. I mean, I do not know why they're not going for it. But look, I think it's a big game for Palace. And I predict Sheffield United at home as well. So I think this is difficult. This is actually difficult. I personally think this game will end Sheffield United at home, to be fair, as well. I'm going to say a draw. I think it'll be a draw. I think Sheffield United will start the season off well. A draw. They're at home as well, so they're going to be rocking for it. So I personally think Palace will get a draw in this game. Sheffield United will have enough to get a draw in this madness game at 3 o'clock. So yeah, they should have enough for me. Now we move on to the Bournemouth-West Ham game. This has been an interesting one here. Bournemouth and West Ham. Two, I would say personally, Bournemouth-West Ham. Obviously, West Ham losing Declan Rice. Paqueta on the way as well, potentially, to Man City. They've bought, obviously, Edson Alvarez. They've agreed a deal there. They've agreed to do Ward-Prowse as well. So they've made some decent signings, West Ham, even though they've been quiet in the market like half the summer because of Declan Rice. And after the Declan Rice deal, they went quiet again. But then now they're starting to do something. And they've obviously bought Edson Alvarez, like I said, and Ward-Prowse. So I personally think West Ham, see Bournemouth as well. Let me get into Bournemouth as well, actually. Bournemouth are stupid as hell. They've sacked Gary O'Neill for no reason. I was very surprised when they sacked him, because why would they sack him? After a very good season from West Ham with 3-1 West Ham. I personally, West Ham obviously, is Edson Alvarez available for this game? I'm not even sure. Because if he is, I think West Ham will win this game because personally, I think West Ham have the ability to beat Bournemouth. Even though they're bad right now, they're starting to make signings. So, but I think Bournemouth will just lack. They've just sacked Gary O'Neill, and for me, they're in the relegation fight, Bournemouth potentially this year. So I think West Ham win this game 2-1. They're going to have enough. 2-1 West Ham. So now, the game. Brighton versus Luton Town. See, the Caicedo's saga, which I'll be discussing more in depth in the Lavia. If you guys watched that 5 o'clock entry there, we're doing a lecture about Lavia. And this Caicedo news. So, but on the game generally, a new side in the Premier League. The first time away as well doesn't help when you're away and you're a new side because it's not looking good then. Well, you have a chance always, but I think Brighton will, obviously. I just think Brighton will get the win here. They'll be have enough. Yeah, they'll have enough for me. Brighton at home as well. So even I think because Caicedo might not, I don't think Caicedo plays this game. Even without Caicedo and McAllister, I think they'll beat this Luton Town. They've just come up. They're still. I mean, even if they sign, even if they didn't, I mean, they've signed Milner, Dahoud, and João Pedro as so far. I don't know who else they've signed. Well, Kuda's deal seems that it's going to collapse because he doesn't want to go there. So Brighton will win this game at home as well. So I think Brighton 3-0. I think Brighton, they'll have enough goals in them to beat this side. With Matoma, obviously, had a good season last year. I'm expecting Matoma to have a good year this season. So I think Brighton wins this game 3-0. Be a quite dominant performance from Brighton. Now we have Everton versus Fulham. Everton versus Fulham. So this is another game. See, Everton at home. I hate Everton as hell. I hope Everton lose this. See, Fulham. Mitrovic is not going to play, I don't think, because he is. I think he doesn't want to be there anymore. Does not want to be there. And I think that Saudi move might happen, even though that Saudi move is going a bit quiet, to be fair. But I just think Everton at home, this is difficult though. I mean, Everton at home massive because they have the home crowd with them. I think Everton will do well. I think Everton, they need to really have a big year though. Generally, for me, Everton need to have a good year this year because last 2 seasons they've been relegated. They've been in a relegation battle, and they've not really done anything except being relegation battle. So I think Everton, they need to have a good year this season. Sean Dyche, I think, will need to deliver. I think Everton have a decent year. I think they'll be like finish. If you haven't watched the prediction show, watch it. That was actually a funny one as well. If you want to have a bit of a laugh there. But I just think Everton will be a draw, I think. Just only though, just before I get my prediction, Everton need to have a good year. They just need to. So I just hope Everton relegation because as much as I hate Everton, so I just hope they get relegated. They need to get relegated. It's getting boring now. So I personally think Everton and Fulham will draw this game. It'll be a 1-1 win. 1-1. I think it'll be a tough one. So now, this is probably one of the best games this weekend. Newcastle and Aston Villa. Interesting this game is because both of these clubs had a good year last year. So Newcastle finishing 4th, Villa finishing 7th. And at one point, Villa were in a relegation battle, and they sacked Gerrard in the middle of the season. And Unai Emery's just sending them from here to here. And I think it's a big game. It's a good test for both of these sides to see where they're level. See, Newcastle have signed Tonali and Barnes so far in their window. I put Newcastle 8th. If you haven't seen that, I put Newcastle 8th in my predictions. So I think Newcastle finished 8th. But it doesn't mean I don't think they're going to have a doesn't mean they're going to lose this game. I think Villa, they've done good business as well, to be fair themselves. Pau Torres, you have Diaby and Tielemans on a free as well. Like, it's a free. They just got him a bargain there. So Tielemans will be looking. Probably Tielemans, I think, will do well at Villa. I think Tielemans will be a good signing. And Diaby as well will be a good signing. And Pau Torres, probably where I dispute a bit. Like, I think Pau Torres will do all right. So I don't think he'll do well, but I don't think he'll do bad. I think he will, for the money they're going for, I think he will do decently well. It wasn't a big deal, I don't think. So I personally think this game, this game will be exciting. Probably one of the best games this weekend. A half at kickoff. So if you're looking for anything to do that evening, hey, Newcastle Villa's there. So, but this game, I'm gonna go 2-1 Newcastle. I just think Newcastle at home, one, to prove a point because their preseason's not been great and Tonali isn't look great. But I personally think Tonali will be a flop signing. And that's my take there. I think Tonali will be potentially one of the worst. But I think they'll win this game. The home crowd's there. They have the fans. They have the players to win this. I think Newcastle win this game 2-1. Yeah, I said 2-1, yeah. So I think it'll be a tight game, though. I think it'll be a good game to watch, though. Two teams that had a good year last year. So personally, I think Newcastle will beat Villa 2-1. Now, Brentford versus Tottenham. Brentford versus Tottenham Hotspur. So, Brentford, obviously, losing Ivan Toney. No, not losing him, but they can't play him for the first 6 months of the season. Because, obviously, he did betting stuff and he's out for most of the season until January. So if he can't play or train until January, and Brentford need to prove something today. Brentford need to prove something next season. I think Brentford, obviously, will be looking to prove, will be looking to do something, and they're at home as well. And I think this is probably Tottenham's worst nightmare. Being away at Brentford is tough. Trust me. Being away at Brentford is like awful. Let's see. Yeah. Kane goes 2-1 Brentford. By the way, on the Kane news, there has been breaking news in the morning that Bayern have agreed to deal with Tottenham for Harry Kane, and David obviously said that as well, and Fabrizio said it as well. It's up to Kane now. So if he wants to stay, I would say go. But Tottenham maybe or potentially losing Kane this summer. I think it's the best for them because for me, Spurs need to try and diverse the goals, just don't relying on Kane. And I mean Tottenham's preseason's not been great, but there's been some stars you're like Tottenham can do something this season. So personally, if they lose Kane, like Lemmy said, I think they will probably, I personally think, lose this game. If they have Kane for this game, no, they'll win. I think, or maybe draw. I think I could see a draw if Kane stays even because I just don't see Tottenham. Their defense is still a bit shaky. Yeah, they'll concede the goals. They'll concede goals. But my prediction for this game, Brentford. Oh, that's tough to say. Brentford. Oh, it's tough. I don't know if Kane's going or not. You know what? I'm going to say Brentford 2, Tottenham 2. It'll be a draw. I think this game, both defenses look a bit shaky. Tottenham especially because I don't rate them. Mickey Van der Ven's good signing, but I don't think he can play unless he can. Even if he plays, I think that defense is still shaky. They still need another defender for me. And I think, look, Tottenham will have a alright year next season. Depends what your expectations are. So, but I think Tottenham will get a draw in this game. They will draw. Now, the big one after this, my team versus Chelsea Football Club. Chelsea Football Club. Chelsea versus Liverpool. And this will be a big game of the weekend. And look, it's a war. And it's a war as well, this game. Because like Chelsea have gone for Lavia, Liverpool gone for Caicedo. It's a bit of a bidding, they're mind games to each other. So, 1-1. I have some other predictions. Let me go through the teams and then I'll say my prediction. Look, let's go through Chelsea's transfer window. So, obviously, Chelsea and Nkunku's out for this game, which is, I don't want to say blessing in disguise because obviously injuries are bad. But it helps us out because obviously Nkunku would have caused us many problems. I'm telling you, Nkunku would have probably caused us major problems. Obviously, they've signed Nkunku this summer. They've signed who else? Jackson, who turned out to be he looked very good in preseason. He looks like a striker which Chelsea have made a good bargain out of. Good steal. What a steal they've signed him for. I think Chelsea will have a good year with him. I think Jackson will score a decent amount of goals this season. Who else? And I think they've signed obviously Diassi. Cole will sign a new contract, which is massive for them actually because Cole are really good at Brighton. He signed a contract which is key, which is very key for Chelsea. So I think Chelsea will probably. They've had a decent window so far. I think they're not done yet with Caicedo, maybe Lavia, which I'll be getting to the next live stream I do at 5 o'clock when you guys are there. But I think Chelsea have a decent. Now, Liverpool Football Club are a mess. I would say that right now because it's a Boss-like signing, McAllister, brilliant signings. We have no number 6 at the club. Stupidness there. But yeah, Liverpool transfer window has been good, but not enough. 2 good signings. It's quality, by the way. I rate McAllister's Boss-like. That doesn't mean I don't rate him. Just think personally, we've not done enough yet, and I think we're going to sign probably 2 more players, which I will be. So I don't want to jinx on what I'm going to say for the other live stream I do it today. But I think personally, Liverpool will have we can beat Chelsea. I just don't think we have no DM. That's probably the issue right now. If we had DM right now, I think we would beat Chelsea. I just think Chelsea and Liverpool both in a mess. They've still not finished their transfer windows, both teams. Obviously, Chelsea's still going for Caicedo, Liverpool going for Lavia still. We don't know what's happening in that situation, which I'll be getting through in the next live stream. So, I personally think Chelsea and Liverpool will probably end. I'm going to go, I think 2-2. I think we draw. I think big up, lucky vlog. Not stats, just facts. Yes, just facts. We're not here for stats. Yes, and we're not here for stats. But I personally think this Chelsea game went in 2-2. It'll be a 2-2 draw. Be high scoring. Both defense will be open. And personally, I think a 2-2 draw is fair in this game. So my prediction is Chelsea 2, Liverpool 2. Final game before we wrap up the stream is... Hold on. Manchester United versus Wolves. So, see, Wolves have just sacked their manager, obviously. So Lopetegui wasn't. They sacked Lopetegui, bought Gary O'Neill, which I think is a good appointment to be fair. I mean, he did well at Bournemouth, which I mean, I'm still wondering why they sacked Gary O'Neill. Bournemouth, it's just stupidness. I'll be honest. It's difficult to be fair. I mean, Man United, look, they're at home, right? I think the obvious answer here, Man United win, obviously. That's probably the most obvious answer. Like you say, Man United win here. I think. Then again, I'm looking at the manager bounce. A manager bounce could happen here. But really, I'm going to be real here. I think United win this game. See, Man United signed Højlund, who can't play for some reason with back injury somehow. Signed him with a back injury. They signed whichever. In preseason, he looks very bad. He doesn't look good. And I thought he was meant to be the best goalkeeper in the league according to United fans, but yes. Hate United, but towards the Sheffield. Well, no, I agree, but is it a possible manager bounce? Because I'm looking at it. They've just sacked Gary O'Neill. Wolves players will be much better than last season, I think. So I'm just trying to find a positive scenario for United to lose. But if I'm being real with my heart right now, United win this game 3-0. I think it's at Old Trafford, and I think they will probably dominate Wolves. Comfortable first game of the season for Manchester United at Old Trafford. They'll be up for it. Yeah. So personally, I'm gonna say United 3, Wolves. No, I think Wolves just don't have a quality. They're just not that team, are they? They don't. I don't have any confidence in Wolves. I just don't have any. But yeah, so my prediction for this game is United 3, Wolves 0. So that is it, guys, for this live stream. We've done all the predictions. If you guys disagree with the predictions, it's fine. Write in the comments. Just write your predictions in the comment if you want, because I'm going to end it here. That's my predictions, and hopefully a good game week for Liverpool. We hopefully beat Chelsea. Big up for I just ended the stream now, so listen, great stream. Yeah, I mean, no one really. I mean, I'm hoping. Let's hope the next stream I do, guys. Make sure you go to that stream at 5 o'clock. So I will be doing a live stream about Lavia, about Caicedo as well. Mentioning Caicedo and that. So yeah, 5 o'clock, be there. Make sure you guys are there, because I'll be having a bit of a rant, but at the same time, a bit of a positive spin. But yeah, that is the end of the Premier League predictions. Hopefully, I'll be back with a watching on Friday, tomorrow. We're doing a watching for Burnley, Manchester City. So fingers crossed, Burnley beat Man City. Hopefully, Burnley beat Man City. But yeah, that is the end of the stream. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. Make sure you're here again at 5 o'clock for the stream by Caicedo, Lavia, and FSG. So, yes. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. Peace.